Parody's right. Trying to make ourselves into a brand just turned us into products. We don't need to be a brand, do we?
South Park just destroyed Meghan Markle and Prince Harry again. This time, the internet can't decide if it's a parody or real footage, and honestly, that's what makes it even funnier.
2 months, 3 months, hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door. Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I got an ill.
Just imagine Meghan Markle channeling her inner Beyonce in a hospital delivery room, twerking like she's performing at the Super Bowl, and right when you think it can't get weirder, Cartman bursts in with fireworks and a camera crew yelling, "Respect our pregnancy!" Yep, it's pure chaos, South Park style. The clip went viral overnight with fans asking, wait, is this an actual video of Meghan or another brutal South Park roast? Either way, Meghan's back in the spotlight, and not exactly for royal grace. So what's really going on here? Is this viral clip part of a new South Park parody episode? Or did someone just take Meghan's pregnancy glam way too literally? And what's up with that pillow rumor everyone's talking about? Let's find out.
Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Drop it down, drop it down, down low. To the baby mama when I step out on the floor.
It all started with an Instagram video that no one could tell was real or a joke, and honestly, that's where the chaos began. Meghan Markle, glowing like she was on stage at Coachella, was seen twerking in what looked like a hospital delivery room, her baby bump front and center, music blasting in the background. Supposedly, the idea was to show the world how real and fun she was during pregnancy. But instead of applause, the internet collectively screamed, "What on earth did we just watch?" This, my friends, is a satirical commentary on what might as well be an episode straight out of South Park. Because if Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the geniuses behind South Park, saw that video, you know they'd drop everything to make it into a full-blown parody.
If it's truly what we want, then we really can get away from it all. No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life.
So, back to the Instagram video. Meghan, all glammed up and glowing, starts shaking her hips like she's auditioning for a Beyonce tour. The camera pans, there's music, and at one point, she gives a little wink like she's saying, "Yes, world, I'm fabulous, even in labor." The clip instantly went viral. But instead of praise, it brought a tidal wave of memes, jokes, and mockery. People couldn't decide if it was meant to be serious or satire. Even Hollywood studios, according to insiders, started distancing themselves from her. Some even reportedly hit pause on projects with her name attached. And, as Cartman would probably put it, she's the only person on Earth who thought twerking during childbirth was empowering. But here's where it gets even better. The kings of comedy themselves, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, apparently caught wind of the drama. And of course, they didn't just laugh at it, they got inspired. Rumor has it they immediately started planning a new South Park episode titled "Respect Our Pregnancy." The internet went wild with excitement. Fans were already imagining the chaos. Meghan dancing, Harry panicking, Cartman somehow stealing the spotlight. Classic South Park madness.
We want privacy. We want privacy.
Now picture this episode South Park style. Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny are sitting at school when Meghan Markle, yes, cartoon Meghan, suddenly bursts in, acting like she's about to direct a documentary. She announces that she's creating a project called Respect Our Pregnancy. According to her, it's going to be a powerful and emotional message for women everywhere. She says it'll show the struggles, the beauty, and the courage of being pregnant. But really, everyone knows she just wants it to go viral. Kyle's like, wait, isn't this a school project? And Stan's thinking, oh great, another one of Cartman's disasters waiting to happen. Before anyone can stop him, Cartman declares himself the director. Of course he does. He calls himself the head of all action scenes. Stan tries to reason with him. Cartman, do you even know how to direct? And Cartman fires back, Stan, I was born to direct. You? You can't even hold a camera straight. Within minutes, Cartman turns the whole thing into a circus. He shows up to the set, which happens to be the hospital delivery room, carrying 3 firecrackers, an old coffee maker, and a Darth Vader helmet. Why? To add cinematic atmosphere. he says. Kyle's horrified. Kenny's just sitting in the corner, eating chips. Stan's already regretting his life choices. But the show must go on. Enter Meghan, the star of the show. She walks into the hospital room glowing like a Hollywood diva. Her hair's perfect, her makeup's flawless, and her baby bump looks suspiciously round. Maybe a little too round. The camera starts rolling. She starts dancing, tossing her hair, and twirling around the room. For a second, it almost looks like a music video. And then, bam! Something rolls out from under her dress and hits the floor. The room goes silent. Everyone stares. It's a pillow. Yep, her baby bump was a pillow. Kyle's jaw drops. Stan mutters, "Oh my God." And Cartman? He's thrilled. He claps his hands and yells, "Take 3." That was epic. Meghan, to her credit, doesn't even flinch. She calmly picks up the pillow, shoves it back under her dress, and gets ready for another take like nothing happened. Kyle whispers, "Wait, is she even pregnant?" But Cartman snaps, "Shut up, Kyle! You're ruining my masterpiece." Then, because nothing's ever normal in South Park, Cartman decides the scene needs fireworks. He lights his so-called cinematic pyrotechnics, and suddenly the entire delivery room explodes with flashing lights and loud bangs. It's total chaos.
Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling. We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people.
Right in the middle of the madness, the door bursts open, and in storms Prince Harry, shouting, "Respect our pregnancy!" Everyone freezes. Meghan's ecstatic. She waves her pillow bump in the air like a flag, shouting along with him, "Respect our pregnancy!" At this point, it's no longer a film shoot. It's a full-blown musical number, complete with confetti, screaming, and probably Kenny catching on fire somewhere in the background. Kyle finally can't take it anymore. He yells, "Harry, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're the one who's pregnant now." The music stops. Harry just stands there, confused, blinking like he's trying to remember one of his motivational quotes. After a long, awkward pause, he says, "If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's that meaningful change never comes easy."
We want privacy! We want privacy!
The room goes quiet. Even Cartman's speechless for a second. And then he shouts, "That's genius! We're putting that in the trailer." Somehow, by some miracle, they actually finish the shoot. Meghan's thrilled. She announces that her project, Respect Our Pregnancy, is going to change the world. Cartman makes everyone write fake reviews for it. His review calls it a cinematic masterpiece that will win an Oscar. Kyle calls it a total waste of time and possibly illegal. Stan says it's proof that every pregnant woman is a hero, mostly for putting up with Cartman. And Kenny just mumbles something no one understands and leaves to eat more chips. In the end, they upload Meghan's masterpiece to YouTube. It gets 12 views. Half of them are Cartman refreshing the page, waiting for a single like. Back in real life, word spreads fast. Meghan finds out that South Park is working on an episode making fun of her whole situation. And, of course, she's furious. Reports say she's calling her lawyers, trying to stop the episode from airing. She wants to sue, cancel, and control everything. But if there's one thing history has shown us, it's that no one can cancel South Park. Trey Parker and Matt Stone have been roasted, banned, and sued by just about everyone. And every time they come back stronger.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
was totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
So you hate journalists? That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right.